don't think we've not been here since Christmas, but we did say April. It's April the 2nd, so we're back. And Jordan's going to tell us a wee bit of our sponsor before we start the night.
So, biggest shout out ever to AMS Maritime Solutions.
Allied Maritime Solutions.
What did I say?
Just go.
Allied Maritime Solutions, that's a good start, innit? And they're the best in the business at cleaning boats and that. No, I'm only joking, but any health and safety needs, they're working a big contract over in Brest just now in France, and they've got big massive clients like Damen and our ones have just been working on the Disney magical ship or something like that.
Aye, that'll do, mate. That's good.
Sean's been floating about like a ghost, like a big pedo ghost on it. But they've always been my biggest supporters here, and they fund us, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do it today, so big thank you to them.
Something else that's close to our heart, the charity that is very close to us, Help the Veterans. What you've been up to? You go for it, Fish.
Oh, you take this one.
No, because you're the fish and the fish is the fishing.
No, exactly.
Hey, come on.
Aye, so Help our Veterans. So we've just been a newly formed charity. We've just got a charity number.
Yeah.
We're now planning on getting an event in September. So September the 7th is going to be at Charterrow Country Park. We're going to be doing a 5k just to raise some funds to try and help some veterans get through their combat stress, like appointments and stuff. We are going to be trying to fill in the gap that is left when they're not at work. So any of their finances are going to be struggling with that to pay their bills. We look to fill that gap and allow them to go and get this treatment. So days like the family day at Charterrow are going to help to no end when it comes to that. But on top of that, we're also trying to get as many veterans out and just get back into feeling a bit normal again. So we're taking some veterans out fishing days. So
Going fishing?
Fish went fishing, caught free.
Aye. So that event's called Catching a Break, and it's the last Sunday every month.
Every month,
aye. So we've got 10 spaces every last Sunday every month, and we can take 10 veterans away and just get them fishing for fucking 8 hours a day, get them away from their problems and that. So
we've also got a couple of other things we're trying to put in place, but we've no guaranteed that yet. So we're looking to get another couple of days out and that. So we'll offer that to the same 10 people, or the 10 veterans, just anybody. We'll offer that out to them. If we get any traction on it, we'll run with it. But aye, we're getting places, aren't we?
Well, let's go on to tonight's guest then. It's one of Greenock's own, Scotland's own, I'd say. He's been a British, a Commonwealth champion. He's definitely, without a doubt, probably the best boxer to come out in Inverclyde. It goes without saying. So, John Simpson. How are you doing, John?
Aye, all good, all good.
How's the heat? All good?
Aye, it's better than the biz. It was in a bad way after a while, but it's no, hopefully that's all passed. I might be filming a Murph fighting on the 5th of July. I can't believe actually it's happening, because it's just I've been at the bottom of the barrel lately, but trying to deal with life after boxing, it's hard. But I've got the date now, and so I'm locked in on training, which is, I can't believe it's happening again, as I says, because I'm 42 now, 42 nearly. And Astrid Hadlin was 32, so...
Yes, I'm not the oldest in the room. Cheers for that one. I'm usually the old one, I'm getting all the jokes.
If I've been perfectly honest, I don't feel 42. I know people say that all the time, but I've done a full weeks last week, and like most days for twice a day. And see, by the Friday, I had 2 hour sessions on the Friday, and I finished it as good as I started the week, man. I was like, I don't know if it's, I'm taking a bit more supplements now. In fact, I didn't really take any supplements years ago. They weren't because I mean, I was a professional when I started. I turned pro at year 2002, I think, maybe around about then 2003, 2002. So nothing like that was about. I didn't know much about diet. I was a bit mad outside the gym. I was if I started finish. If I started coming in and finished my career, I was wild. But anyway, but so things are. I don't know if it's just everything coming together now, and I'll just need to wait and see. I'm making 9 stone 7. I think it's going to be for a Scottish title.
Good.
It's in the 5th of July. I don't know the venue's not confirmed yet, but it should be in the next couple of weeks. So I'm just locked in training. I'm feeling good, feeling positive, and I'm just so happy to be talking about this, to be honest. I can't believe it, man. I've been
retiring with the gloves to coming back with
so it's bare knuckle, so it's wild. I've got a bit of cut hand today, and it's because I'm trying to condition my hands. So I was battling the heavy bag last week. I think I posted it on Instagram, but it's because I was a busy fighter. So I'm always working. I was a busy when I was fighting as an amateur and professional. I was always quite busy, and it doesn't matter many rounds. I just get in there and get done. I always trained hard. That's the one thing. I was kind of didn't behave outside the ring, but I was in the gym. I was 100%. So
See when you're conditioning your horns, how do you do it?
what I'm doing, I'm going to do 1 day a week. I'm training up I'm helping. I'm coaching up in Kinnock's gym just now. And I'm training up there 1 day a week. I'm hitting the because I can't find money. I'm not in many gyms in Greenock. That's another story. But I'm up in Kinnock's 1 day a week, which I'm very grateful. I help coach, and I get up there and just mess about. So it's good they're letting us do that as well. So shout out to Sam Kinnock.
Are you asking that because you're passing your knuckles to
No,
condition
mate.
yours?
I've actually seen you
No,
buy. He buys
wait.
Chinese meals, right? And he gets 2 rice and he eats one and he puts his horn on. I'm like, I'm conditioning this. I'm like, mate, it's no blood sport. He's like, 1 for the rice, 1 for the curry sauce. I know he just goes up.
No, Podge, I know Podge watches. Podge told me he was into the boxing. He's like, I piss in my knuckles to strengthen them.
I heard that the other day as well, but I don't know where that's coming from.
I was doing it for weeks.
Somebody's taking a piss.
I was taking a piss.
Well, there's me pissing on my knuckles, and he came in the shower and he's like, what are you doing? Obviously, it wasn't just me and Podge in the shower.
Aye, it was.
Well, it is.
Somebody says that's what they do. Somebody says that day.
He gets poached to piss on his knuckles.
Somebody says they in the shower, and I'm like,
He's like, what are you
I'm in
doing?
the
I'm in
a
the
fucking
reach.
restaurant.
I'm in the reach.
Aye, well, and I was like, he's like, me, I've taken a piss at you, literally. I'm like, all right, sound then. I've been doing it for weeks. So that doesn't work. But before we get into your career, we'll stay on the bare knuckle, because
Cool.
I think it's a growing sport right now, man.
As as well, I think it's BKB, as BKB knuckle boxing, and so it's I was up in Kinnock's gym helping coaching, and the guy, I'm not the names, man. Honestly, I'm my worst. But I've always been interested in a different sport because, as I said, it's been horrific. I didn't really want to retire. I had to because my elbows. And everybody's obviously their opinions, but I don't really care about that. That's what happened. And so I've always wanted to do something else, and this obviously come up, and I get put on to the promoters taking the show, and
Brilliant.
so I'm fucking up for it.
And see, in terms of preparing for a boxing fight rather than a bare knuckle fight, what's the difference?
Right,
that you see?
the only difference I'm doing, I'm training as if it's going to be a 12 rounder, so I will be 100%. As I said, everything else is coming together. There's always been excuses as well, and I wish it was more like inside in between fights, where I was kind of acting calm and all the rest of it, but you don't know. But the difference is, I've got 1 day a week I'm going to condition my hands in the gym because I thought the bandages come over your knuckles, and I've only found out last Wednesday it's an inch below the knuckles. I'm like, oh no, man. But okay, I don't really care. So you're really protecting your wrist, so I need to be careful about banging heads. But that's my biggest concern. But listen, it is what it is. What's going to happen is going to happen. So
Don't spar him because he. Like,
Why are you so wanting me punched in the face after John Simpson?
I know that is right. See, when he was boxing, the guy was like boxing. Sean just put his hands at his side and he was just doing it with his head. And I think he's knocked his hair for the front, right back to the mullet.
Here we go.
And there's a wee waving down there.
Listen, baldy people can't slag people.
You can't slag baldy people.
Paul, do you think I've got a cool mullet? See? No, why? Because Paul's a real guy. You're kidding yourself.
Real guy. Mate, Jimmy Savile had a mullet.
You use total actually tap your
It doesn't matter. Jimmy Savile had a mullet. You're like, oh
You're
yes,
talking
Jimmy.
about Jimmy like that.
I'm not even getting involved
I
in
know,
this conversation.
I was quiet.
Free baldies sitting here, man's a champ. Go, slag the baldies. Go, slag the baldies.
John's my
Yeah,
pal.
mullet wearing bastard. You.
Aye, but bare knuckle anyway. No, but how it's came from I say anyway, the last 5 years,
well, it definitely is.
it's wild. I mean,
KFC, it's with Conor McGregor's.
Aye.
He's got shares in it supposedly. So I'm hoping that it will lead to that one day. Well,
this is in a ring, aye.
So is BKFC like the elite bare knuckle?
That's the top. I think that's the top mob now. But this, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if it's an actual square ring or it's rune or what.
Haystacks
I
round
know.
room, man.
I see the BKFC for the. I got ice ago and it was a rune fucking thing. So I think it's actually a square ring. So obviously that's my sport. The boxing my sport only without the gloves. So I've actually got I've got no negative things about it. I'm feeling good. So see when I feel good, I've got to start sparring yet. So once I get sparring at the road, and I know I'll be fine because I says like a full week, and my weight's. I was at 13 stone, and I'm a lot lighter now, and it's unbelievable. My mental health's better. I'm off tablets I was on, so it's just I'm in a good place at the moment.
Good,
I
mate.
don't really want it to buzz the bubble
Aye.
because
Aye.
it can be easily bust, because
Mhm.
I've done it in the past. I'm a nightmare at times, but listen, I'm trying to put the past in the past and keep
That's it.
just concentrate. The goal is concentrating this fight
Aye,
because
it's good when you've got something to motivate you because
That's-
everything just falls into
No,
place
aye.
when you've got something that one
that's
thing
it.
to
When
keep
you're
you going.
happy, you've put everything else kind of falls into everybody else is happy with about you, and
Yep.
things happen, and it's just it was a rough time there for years actually. It was bad, but as I says, I just kind of I want to forget about that.
Of course,
I'm an
because
awful one for bringing things up, man, all the time. And I'm doing better now, and I'm not, and I'm sick of talking about it.
No,
Man.
definitely.
I get on about it all the
Aye.
time, man.
you've had such a positive career,
Aye,
so that's what you
it's-
should be.
I know
you know what I mean?
Nobody remembers the good stuff, but they always remember the bad stuff, funnily
Aye.
enough. But
I don't know. See when you mention your name, but John, everybody
aye.
across Britain, mate, they
and
love your
British
style.
boxing, I mean, I was 5-time champion, so I won the British title outright, won it twice. I was Commonwealth featherweight champion as well, so I was 3 belts. And then I moved up to super featherweight and won the Celtic title and then the WBC International.
Brilliant,
So I
man.
was rated number 6 with IBF, I think, at one point. I mean, I think it was actually 3, but there was vacant spots, but it was put as 6. I was number 6. Anyway, and a WBC after I won that international belt, isn't it? A big, massive belt, but it's still a belt, isn't it? So I don't know, it's sort of fair enough. I was 20. I was
It's a belt that none of us have had. So you know what I
mate,
mean?
Very true.
mate, it's just, I just wish a tendonitis. A reason I retired is I had tendonitis in my 2 elbows, and I was getting cortisons for years before I retired. And you only get so long with the cortisons, and you need to redo them, but they end up just not working for you,
No.
and that's what ended up happening. And I done my last fight in Greek 2.5. It was the only time I fought there. I had about 90 fights, professional and amateur, and I never fought in Greek 2. My last fight was in Greek 2.5, so I'm happy for that.
Good, mate.
And I was fighting at 9 stone 2. I get my weight there at 9 stone 2, and my first amateur fight when I was 15 was at 9 stone.
9
My
stone
first
as well.
junior title was at 9 stone that I won. So the first title I won, and my last fight was at 9 stone. So I said, I'm happy with what I've done in boxing. I don't really like I was thinking back to the boxing. I tried, as I says, my elbows were sore, but I don't want to kind of get back there. And I done good. I never had a perfect record, as you know. You've seen 11 defeats, but aye. So I don't want to get back. This is a new thing, and it's getting me excited. It's getting me kind of keep my mind. Aye. So
Wait, see the tendonitis, does that just come for fucking years?
it's golfer's elbow. It's the
Aye.
inside of my 2 elbows.
Aye.
So they call it golfer's elbow. Tennis is outside supposedly,
Yep.
and golfer's is there.
Right.
And I was supposed to get them fixed, but because I was retired and I needed to work as well, I needed to I got a job, and I was like, I can't even get this fucking operation because I'm not able to go to work. So I kind of put that off. And I had to get my nose fixed there as well. Come to think, I just remembered that. I've got, but I've got cartilage in front of your nose, and it's so moved. I was spamming Ricky Burns at one point, and I think it was the end of my career as well. I made it through my whole career without breaking my jaw. I break my nose. I really taken any bad. But after every fight, I wasn't really marked up that bad. So that's happened. I had to get that. I couldn't get air on that side. Eventually, I don't know what's happened, but so I had to get that fixed. My elbows, my elbows are fine now. I'm taking a couple of different things for that reason. I've looked up, I've read up about things, and so I'm taking a supplementation. I'm a wee bit of a supplement, so maybe that's in the back of my head. I don't know, but it's working anyway. So I'm just going to roll with it.
Good, mate.
See when you were boxing at amateur, I know you were very successful at amateur boxing, but see when you took that jump to pro, were you ready mentally?
I started late. I was 15 years old when I went to boxing. My first season, I come on quite quick, so I was fighting within about maybe 5 months, and I get beat the first competition. I get beat in the Western District Juniors and the Scottish Juniors. But I was when I was 15, so 16 is the last junior year. So the second year's boxing, I won the Western District and won the Scottish, and I went international as a junior as well. I got a silver medal. I get through to my final and then get beaten in the final of Irish boy. So I went to the under-19s. That happened as well. This was my third year as an amateur. There was no national titles for under-19s. So I got into the British thing, and it was the same. I got a box like an English boy, and I got a silver in that. I could beat a English boy in the final. I thought I'd won, but blah blah blah. And as the first year as a senior, I won the Western Districts, and I won the no, sorry, I'm talking rubbish. The third year I get beat them, the Scottish seniors, because I was senior when I was 17, and then the fourth year I won the two of them. So it was like the same as a junior and the senior. I won the Western District seniors, the Scottish seniors, and I got a third place bronze. So that means I won I could beat my first fight and won my second. You know, so I get that should be
So you think you were naturally ready to make that step in?
Mate, to be honest, I says to myself before I turn professional, if I fight for a British title, I'll be so happy.
Aye.
I'll be happy with what I've achieved, you know, and obviously I've done a lot. I could beat twice for the British title first, and then I'd won. I just kept going. Most people would have chucked it, but I had nothing else. I didn't know what I was going to do for a job. It was the only thing I was interested in. I got diagnosed with ADHD last April, so it's the boxing kind of was saving me at that point. In between fights wasn't great. And when I was tired, man, I was undiagnosed ADHD because at my age group, like 1983, they didn't pick up on it as much. You know what I mean?
We were just a wee bastard wins.
That's basic corner.
Your dad used to give us good.
So it kind of brings me a lot of clarity as well, because it was inattentive for me. I wasn't. I couldn't get hacked by, but I wasn't. They wouldn't noticed it. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't put it on that. But the end up, it was an inattentiveness that I don't do well myself, you know, and that's how. I mean, throughout my whole boxing career, if I knew that back then, what I know now, it could have been a lot different. But I hate living in the past. I do it quite a lot, and it's regrets, and there's no point at all. So it's happened, you know, and I've kind of got medication. I was on methylphenidate. I get put on atomoxetine. That's a non-stimulant. Methylphenidate is a stimulant, and I was on atomoxetine, non-stimulant, and I'm trying to get put back on a stimulant. So I'm just for because I don't believe the other one's working. But
what's that for? Is that just to take you down a level or something like that?
Mate, it's actually it's a stimulant, it's an upper. So it is.
Right,
So it's what is it, amphetamine based? I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. They are. I know it for a fact. I don't want to try that. Try to say that. You know what I mean? Oh, for God's sake! But I didn't really like the stimulant, man. And I asked about no stimulant, but it isn't working. I've been like the last 3 or 4 months, man. Like I was driving my car, man. Fucking crashing that, but just I don't know what it is. Like the last 10 years, it's not. I've not been in good nick.
Aye.
Do you know? And then trying to driving that lately because I've not been on stimulant. It's wild. I can't believe how the difference. And I've been back on it not long ago, and bang, I'm tuned right in. I can't believe I'm gobsmacked, because as I didn't know the difference between not having it before, but see, now I know I can see it. Do you know what I mean? You can tell. So
it's obviously, if you've got ADHD, your mind works fucking 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Apparently, the stimulant, what it does, it brings your body up to the same level as your mind.
But it's the science behind it's right weird. Because you would think that taking the stimulant would obviously drive somebody nuts if they were already kind of heightened. But it's a bit. If you look into it, you read that kind of sometimes it just quietens people's ears for some fucking crazy reason. But for me, I'm happier. I've obviously suffered with depression in the past as well, but I'm happier. I'm more focused, like as the car thing, you know. So, but the main thing for me is actually clarity, because for years I've been drinking since I was fucking 11 or something. Do you know? And it's kind of clarity knowing that some, because I wasn't alcoholic. I know you get alcohols in all different forms. I know that, being the meetings and all the rest of it. But it's trying to. I was worried because I'm like, what is wrong with me? Yeah, I was fucking weekend warrior, know what I mean? I was right through it. Oh man, it's fucking thinking back on it now. I would really hate to get back to that position, because I'm obviously in a good
You've
place.
You've got a drive now, though, haven't you?
And I've got this fight, definitely. It was just mad in the past, but like when I was boxing, it didn't really matter. Do you know? It was just me sitting about the house like, oh, I can't do it, bang, then and before I know it, you're phoning someday, you're out in the drink, you're doing something, you do something. Be quiet, just to stop fucking overthinking. I'm a hell of a overthinker as well, man. But anyway, I'm here now, and I really believe that's going to be the difference between things happening for me and things not.
Hope it goes
see,
well, man.
See, before you went professional, did you ever think about going to the Olympics? Did you ever try for Team GB at all?
I was supposed to go to Commonwealth Games. I won the Scottish that year. I went to Tenerife. I went to Canada. And I was the least experienced in the Scotland team. And I boxed this guy, I can't, Ben Wagadet, his name is, but he'd won a bronze medal in the World Championship, man. And I was the least experienced. It was massive, man. I couldn't believe he's 9 stone. And so I went over him and least experienced the team, and he was the most experienced in the Canadian team. Fought him twice, get beat well on points, man. Because nobody had ever stopped as an amateur. I never get stopped right up to my 32nd fight. Lee Selby, world champion, and twice a lightweight, which wasn't my weight, no. And so then I won again. I won the doing all as I says, but I was supposed to go to the Commonwealth Games, and they never ended up not taking a featherweight. And it was in Manchester. They put it down to funding. Honest to God, I was like, I would have ruined myself doing that. I drew back up for that chance. And I beat the Welsh boy in the Full Nations that year. And I beat him the Gaelic Games it was at the time. It was in the Full Nations. And I beat him first fight. You beat a fair Irish boy in the second, as I says. But the year I won Scottish Seniors. This was in juniors. Scottish Seniors, I boxed him the first time and beat him. Then I get through it. No, I didn't. Saw him talking rubbish. I could beat my first fight and won my second fight against him. But he get through. He went for Wales and get fucking. He get through to the second round to get beat off eventual winner. I'm like, what the fuck? But I could have actually, look at the draw, I could have got a bronze medal. I mean, that's getting shut
It
like
never
that.
hindered your career though, because you went on.
But I wasn't expecting nothing, mate. I says that I'd been happy with a British title fight, and I've undone that. I've undone that. I've sort of outdone that a million times. So I'm happy with my career. There's different things I would change now, obviously looking back, but I can't do that. So there is actually no point in thinking about it, you know.
There's a thing with combat. I think with combat athletes, whether it be boxing, MMA, and all that, we talk about this a lot. ADHD, just before we leave this topic, I wanted to just bring it up here. I think you're going to see a lot more coming out, because people say it's a lonely sport, but everybody that seems to do it, like yourself, you're content, you're in there.
It's obviously the time in between fights. Even when I was training for fights, I mean, see the in between sessions, because I've trained in the morning for like an hour and a half. 2 hours, and it's same at night, so you've got the whole day. I did struggle back then as well, you know, but so I don't know. It's just they missed the 23 years group, as I said before, you know, and I think they've missed a lot of people who says it because the bare knuckle is like an older age group. It's like they think the what do you call it? What's that word? But the age range is between 35 and 41, I think. I'm 41 and 32, so I've got nipple there. So I think that age group, sorry, I was fucking getting carried away myself. But that age group, I think there will be more people getting obviously diagnosed. But I'm glad I did, because then it gives me a bit of peace of mind, because I was like, for years, man, what have I done kind of thing? But and I still kind of think that way now. But at least I've got fucking reason.
Well, you've done amazing.
I was actually forgot what I was talking about there. I was talking about something else, but that was another thing I was saying. It's like I worked in my favour as well, because when I was hyper focused on training, I had high work rate and fights. So I think that done me good. I didn't know it at the time, obviously, but it done me good as well. Being that hyper focused, it can do. They call it a superpower. Some people call it a superpower, but it is what it is, isn't it? But it done me well anyway, I think.
When you look at bare knuckle boxing as well as an organisation, like the names that they're getting in now as well, like yourself,
that's it.
Like Big J, Ghost.
He's fine.
He's fighting as well.
He's fighting the same show,
Is he?
Nah, it's the same show.
Brilliant. Happy days. And you're looking at all these people with boxing skills, and you think of bare knuckle boxing, maybe in the past it was just like fucking brutal. It was just swinging that. But look at you, bring your boxing skills.
It's like ex-fighters are all going to bare knuckle as well. That's what you were saying. Like it's all ex-fighters for boxing, MMA. It's going to the sport. I've heard somebody else says that to me, you know.
Look at Mike Perry. He was failing in the UFC. Now he's the king of bare knuckle.
Is that right? He's brilliant,
He went in and get beat off Jake Paul, didn't he?
You've got a hard on talking about him, man.
Who?
Mike Perry, you love him,
Michael
man.
Chandler, I like
And Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Mike Perry and Jake Paul.
It's just Michael Chandler. You got it wrong, mate.
He's at you're at
No. Mike Perry's a bare knuckle fighter. Michael Chandler, isn't he?
See if you go back on any other podcast, it's Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul's a man.
I quite like him as well, man.
No. What are you going to say?
He's came for Kim. He's a private jet that now, isn't he? He's doing really better. So social media about
he would beat you and he would beat you. When you beat him,
he's too big, man. He's pretty heavy.
I know, and he's fighting Mike Perry.
But he's got all the money in the world, so he's getting all the best trainers.
That's what matters at the end of the day, isn't it? Look at his, and that's, I'm not saying it's what matters, well, if you're like that, but But aye, material
Well,
things are just material.
As
things.
somebody that's
He
fought,
is a good fighter. He is, yeah,
aye,
definitely. Is a
well,
good
you've fought on
fighter.
the stage.
Aye.
You've done the whole. You've made the sacrifice of the diet and all that.
Aye.
Where do you think this boxing thing though? Some it's a farce.
I
innit?
quite like Jake Paul, to be honest.
Aye, same,
I've got
but-
no. I mean, he was struggling in a world title fight. Somebody as, you know what I mean?
Like,
Somebody
he's calling
as-
out Canelo and that,
It's
man.
Canelo
he's
is just
mad.
a stretch in it, but
Mhm.
it's a reach bit. But I think he's good. But with Gamos, he's like British level fighter, like
Aye.
a top British level fighter. I think he Gamos to him a hard time. People don't think that. I think he would, but he is. You watch him, I can tell he is pretty good. He's
Just
well-
wish he hadn't
he's
called
well
out
schooled.
Tyson and that, and he wouldn't have done that road. I wish he just stuck
I
to
know,
the.
it's that chat, boys. It's like real somebody that's really passionate with his sport. It wouldn't probably happen that way, but mate, he's can't really fucking believe
No.
it. Fault him, can you? He's got the bugging money's king in it.
But
So,
after it says Tyson or Parkinson's or something like that.
I heard
for that
that, mate.
fight,
Somebody
aye.
says that. I
Three
don't know
blood
if it is.
transfusions or something he had like weeks before the fight, Tyson.
Aye, I
Was
heard
it blood
that. Aye.
transfusions, was it?
I read that as well.
That's
Aye.
wild.
Aye, Jake Paul says about the
He still-
Parkinson's.
Aye,
Still
Jake
fought him,
Paul
but-
is saying,
Aye, aye.
Know what I mean?
I know
I
he's
know.
still done it. Aye. It was a close enough fight, wasn't it? But
Aye.
Jake Paul's not big enough to be heavyweight. When you look at the size of heavyweights nowadays, they're off giants in there.
Aye,
They
aye.
get flattened
Really?
off as well. But Josh, I've read somewhere about fighting Josh. Or trying to get.
That's
Aye,
right.
he's
That's
trying to
it.
fight him, aye.
That's wild, man. Josh is. Oh,
Aye,
man.
he's about
Too
6 and a
big.
half foot and on, isn't he?
Aye, he's too big, Josh, for him. It's just that. Tyson's older, do you know, and obviously he's heyday when it happens, you know what I mean? But Josh is a step too fast, too big. The heavyweights nowadays are massive. Tyson Fury, Josh, if Klitschko's are massive. It's like a bit of the giants in it. They're like Tyson's era, they were quite big, but the ones like Muhammad Ali, Sonny
Aye,
Liston, they won the big heavyweights.
I might
you know
have
what I
met
mean?
Tony Bellew and I couldn't believe his size of him.
Ah, no.
Massive, aye.
It's like, whoa.
The size, about six. I'm sure Tony Bell was about 16.
And he's horns, I was
I
like,
like
they
Tony-
punch people, man.
Aye, Tony Bell was a great fighter.
I like him, I like
I
him.
enjoyed watching him. He always spoke well about me, so he did, because he was commentating.
Good.
I can't remember what fight. David Smith fights that I always spoke well about me, which I appreciate.
That's what I say to you anymore. My granddad loved you, man.
Aye.
He's like, this guy's going to be a champion.
Most of my fight fights for televised. I wish I was sitting pretty penny, but it's never happened that way.
Well,
But,
boxing's changed drastically in the last 10
man,
years,
it's
innit?
mad.
Financially wise.
Aye, but I doubt they're getting double
Crazy.
the money. Somebody told me they get double the money. For a
Wild.
British title fight, they're getting double the money I was getting, which is unreal, man. I get paid. It wasn't buttons, but it wasn't friggin'.
No,
it
it
wasn't
wasn't a
tons of money.
See,
you know
when
what I
you're
mean?
in that zone for a fight, though, leading up to your fight, are you
Yep.
caring about the money or are you caring
Nah, I
about the
didn't
title?
money.
The
Nah,
title?
see, to be honest, I wasn't caring about money being that we were paid for the
Aye.
fight. I did drink. It's mad, honestly. I was a real character, and I think it's probably ADHD. It's David that as well. So I don't know, mate. Honestly, I wasn't thinking, I'm doing this for the money.
Aye,
No,
aye,
I love his sport, and I'm this bare knuckles the money. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not doing it. They could lead to something better, but like this, it's not. I'm you know what I mean? It's not. It's not for that. And back end, it wasn't for that either, mate. No, it was annoying. I was not good at anything else. It's like,
I
what
get
did I do today? I've not got a fucking trade. I've got no job. Do you know what I mean? So
Aye.
that was the only thing I could have done. And I could beat 11 times. So that's a rate. That's a no bad. Somebody with that amount of defeats, when I've done what I've done, it doesn't reflect on my career, my record. But okay.
And when we were talking to Alison Brown, he was on here a couple of months ago, or whatever. But he's trying to juggle that, doing it full time.
Aye.
Like, obviously, you still need to be making a wage off it.
Mate,
as well, but
that's
it's
it.
really
I
hard,
didn't
innit?
even. I didn't work. I boxed. I'm lucky my wife. My wife has got a good job, and even to this day, it's like Joanna's. I mean, I'm married now, and it's like she's hard. My mum, my sister, that they're obviously you hang about with your pals now when you're younger. It's not the same, and I know that people have to have but obviously your mum, your sister, have to be right, doesn't it?
Aye,
You're making
exactly,
walk
they're
away, you know what I
aye.
mean? Your girlfriend, your fiance, do you know what I
Aye.
mean? So, but my wife has been a rock. I wouldn't. Years ago, I was just mad in between fights, and it wasn't nice. She has put up with a lot and all of it bits for it, you know. And I couldn't. I appreciate everything. My two boys as well, you know. It's just one of the things. When you're at the lowest of the low, you everything comes to, you know what I mean? I don't remember the word. I'm not great at the words,
Aye.
but everything you realise things more, you know. And it's,
Appreciate it, man.
you appreciate it more, aye. And okay, anyway.
Aye.
See, you're saying you get two boys there.
Yep.
See, I've always thought this it's like a 50-50 split with fighters. Some fighters would love their boys to get into the
Aye.
ring, and like half of them is like, nah, you're
No,
not doing it. You're
I've
not
had
doing
two
it.
boys, but my two went to exhibitions, amateurs. and Ethan just fought there. But Brandon's
Do you get more nervous sitting watching your boys fight or when you're about to fight?
No, it's more nervous when you're walking in. Without a doubt, because that's what I've been struggling with. Really, the most I've been struggling with is the fight night. You're just it's second to none. I will never talk about feeling again, and I've experienced quite a lot in life, and I would never talk about feeling walking that ring. It's really that's what I'm missing, and it's what getting in there and obviously participating in the fight is good, but the walking in the ring's the best part about it, man. It's you just I can't. It's unreal. I can't even describe it. But my boy fought in the novice championships there. My youngest, he get beat, but he done really well. Do you know, it was just one of the fights. And my oldest he died especially when he was 10 when back tape was going to fight. He's got what is it, Marine Engineering apprenticeship. So he's kind of knocked that off. He's going to visit with that. Ethan's good in school. He had a head teacher's award there. The day he got it, he had a distinction last year. So it's just it's not like me. I don't want me to turn out like me, you know. And I warn them off alcohol. And partying. It's a dead end, man. What is the point in that? Waste of money, wasting your health. I kind of detest it. Things of. Not turned out for me because it's not been that bad, but I'm mere protection. Obviously, my two boys. I don't want them.
The good thing is you've got
experience.
Your boys have got you. To tell them that.
Definitely,
Did you have somebody back then telling you that, or were you just on a course?
My dad were there. My dad were great, you know, and it's just like it's a typical Greenock, isn't it?
That's what I was going to say. I think it was Greenock. There was nothing else to do, was
no,
it?
not really, mate. And I like sports, and Mum and Dad didn't really like sports. I was into my sports, and then I get interested in box, but I didn't know what I was going to do after school. I went through my whole school life, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I didn't know what I didn't know what really about I tried mechanics. I've tried every job in the sun as well, and I fucking hate it. Do you know what I mean? It's hard work, man. It's not hard work. The graft is fine. I'm a grafter, but it's a boredom, mate. It's like doing the same shit every day. And I was in a shipyard there for 3 years, and I was like pulling the hair out my head, you know. And I was drinking every weekend in the shipyards, and then. You're like, and I'm on there again. Where the fuck's my time, man? Meeting's done. Do you know what I mean? She's pissed off. No money. Oh, man, it was just, I was in so much visual cycle there. It was horrible. But, aye.
You just touched on Greenock as well. Do you think it'd be fair to say, like, probably be your generation coming up with Frankie Monkhouse, yourself, Big Grant?
Yep.
Would you say, like, in recent history, that's probably the golden era Inverclyde boxing?
I'm not too sure. I mean, Grant, I think that's Grant chucked it. I don't know if somebody says Grant had chucked it. I'm not sure.
He came back. I don't know.
I know he came back there, but I don't know if he chucked it again. But what Grant was, I've seen Grant train before. I've seen him sparring. He's always a really good fighter, Grant. And Tony Orr, he's doing well just now. So as he looks like he's in a good position now to push his career on further. So. I think he's on the cusp of getting him maybe a 10-round Scottish title fight, and that's a start. You know what I mean? After that, if you win that, boom, you can get a British title fight because you've passed for that 10. You've boxed a 10-rounder, so you'll get a 12-round championship fight. You know, so things are happening for him. But there's been a load of good fighters from Greenock. There's too many to mention, but there's only 2 in recent years. You know, so.
You and Frankie's were originally.
Frankie was good. Frankie was running about my time. Frankie was really good as well. Port Vic, I started the Port Vic with Frankie Monkhouse. And then when I was at Danny Leeds, he came down to Danny's and trained in Danny's. So yeah, Frankie was a good fighter as well. But it's boxing. It's not. It's an unforgiving sport. Boxing. It's not. I mean, footballers getting paid tons of money every week, and I'm not about to get on about that because good on them. They've done well, you know, and they deserve it. They maybe get a match too much money, but that's a bit off. But boxing, it's nothing like it. It's hard, and it's harder training. You're on your own. It's a lonely sport as well, boxing. If you're not fit, you'll fucking find out when you're in the ropes. You know what I mean? So, and you're doing this most nowadays. You need a job, man. But I'm lucky with my wife. That's how on my last on about before. She's kept me. More or less my whole career, obviously. When I get paid for fights, things but no money but there, but I can't fault her. She stood by me, and I can't believe she stood by me. I don't really deserve her, to be honest, but that's what it is. I can't really I can't apologise enough to because it's been wild, mate, honestly. It's just
even just having a chat with you when he was up here, There's pride in where you're going now, mate.
Aye.
Your bare knuckle fight. You're talking about your boys. You're talking about the wife. You can see there's pride there. Mate.
Aye, I've got just because I've been 10 years, but
Aye.
I've been 10 years, and really I didn't take it that I'd appreciated it as much back then. Do you know? It's like it's era, and then now I'm fucking sitting there like I'm 42 nearly years of age. I'm like, what the fuck's the time, man? I can't believe it. It's done, and do you know what way I'm thinking? All the daft things that went on and regret is there. It's hard not to think about it really, because I'm sitting here like with twiddling my thumbs now. Do you know what? But so now this, because I've got this fight, I've got a bit of it's a lot of excitement. As soon as I found about it Friday, the other Friday, I was over the moon, man. I couldn't stop smiling. So
that's amazing.
that's if it gets doing it, if it goes through the whole camp, because a training camp's hard. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy, and I know I'm not stupid, and I'm older now as well. But hopefully my supplementation, my training's a bit different. My diet as well. It's hopefully it'll be all right.
It'll keep you mentally fit as well.
Tell exactly.
See, in between, like you were saying, in between fights when you were boxing,
Nope.
you struggled for the fight to fight.
Aye.
Which now you've got a spare knuckle fight. Which the
I-
plan for in
ADHD
between
in it,
the two fights?
I've
Have
been
you got
diagnosed-
anything on the pipeline?
It's a ADHD thing. I think I mean it's been a lot easier. I'm not saying I'm an angel the last year. But things have been.
Things make me a bit
It's
more
10
sense.
times better. They do make a lot more sense. I don't really know if it's medication or not, but it must be because nothing's changed really. It's not changed.
So
Nothing.
what I was thinking there is, if you've got all this experience,
Aye.
right? So if you're going to be going from fight to fight, and you don't know
Yep.
what to do in the middle, would you be
Aye.
kind of
Aye,
looking
aye.
down a coaching route, or
I've been coaching. I've been coaching up at the Glasgow City Boxing. It's over at Greenock's gym. That's I've been over there on a Saturday morning and a Thursday sometimes. So, so that's been good over there. I was in a few gyms and just me. I'm an idiot, but it's easy. What I can't say it was or it wasn't, but there's a big possibility it was. Do you know what I mean? And I feel better about it because you'd be doing good for a bit and then you go boom, you were off and then you were acting fucking drunk.
You've got a right to feel comfortable in the gym as well, mate.
I
Do you know
know
what I mean?
it's that. It's probably I don't know, mate, because I was an overthinker. Maybe I'm talking myself out of it. Okay, listen, I'm this is the medication. The medication has helped when I started it, but it's the last year has not been as bad. In fact, it's not been bad. Do you know, it's been one day. If I've been drinking, it's been one day before. When I was boxing, there was nowhere near. It was right, but I wasn't a Jake. Know what I mean? I was a drinker like everybody else.
Aye.
You would flip from party to party. So
I was a nephew of me.
that's right.
Aye, hiding in a cupboard.
See you later.
See, I've had a good. It's not bad because I did enjoy myself at the time. But daft things happen when you're drinking as well. It's just. I wish I could be. I could have changed and been different. But I wasn't, and I did enjoy it at the time. So it's not bad, you know. And I wasn't because I'm not a bad person. I wasn't I wasn't done anything that bad. I was stupid. I mean, I've done so many stupid things, but.
haven't we all?
Exactly.
See, when we're talking about feeling like kind of walking into the ring and you're saying you're not feeling like it,
Yep.
it's the same as when people go to war and that feeling of pure adrenaline.
Mhm.
And you end up addicted to adrenaline and you're chasing it.
It's you're chasing a dopamine thing, mate, and that's what's hard about it. It's I mean, people do it with food, people do it with different things, and obviously with ADHD thing as well. And I know I keep going on about that, but I know the difference between then and now. Do you know? And it's nowhere near. That's how I'm not that worried. When he says a bit in between fights, do you know what I mean? I was with somebody the other day and they says to us, "What's the plan after your fight, man?" And do you know what? Wait for a minute, I fucking shit myself. I'm like, I don't actually know. Well, I can't.
It's the same with a lot of fighters, isn't it?
Aye,
The
it's
lull
like-
between fights
It's a
is the
lonely
one that gets
sport, man.
someone.
It's a very lonely sport because you're trying to train yourself. You've got a trainer or whoever is training you. You're a football team. You've got a whole team kind of thing.
Yep.
If you're doing bad, you've got some people to lean on. You know? And that's another thing my wife's been there for as well. You know, and it's I felt really bad for that for my wife because she's seen us at my fucking worst. You know what I mean? And it's no nice. I don't really want to relive that again.
Aye.
So I need to this bare niggle. But that's why I'm so excited because I've been so low lately, or not lately. I've been so low. In the last 10 years, it was game over. So I'm ecstatic it's happening. And I can't wait, to be honest.
I think you'll actually bring more eyes into bare knuckle
Aye,
as well,
I think-
because you're light
Aye.
across the.
I've got a good a fighting style. I wasn't as a boxer, maybe more than I'm something. Not as a professional, I was just forward. And I'd done it my two fights at lightweight. John Murray and Tommy Coyle. I says at the press conference in the John Murray fight, and then John Murray was a big fella, lightweight. He was like world title, but John Murray was good as well. And I says, I'm not taking it back this step. John Murray was known for his forward fighting, you know. And I says at the press conference, people were going on about it, me being fighting out, trying to act smart, man. And I says, I wasn't taking it back this step. No, I'm not doing it, stupid cunt, man. What is it? Fucking idiot. So 2 rounds middle of the ring, mate. And I get first body shot because the shots, same as Tommy Coyle, the shots weren't the hotness. The shots with Tommy Coyle are putting us down. The body shots with John Murray were putting me down. I was back my feet every time, and I would fucking just go straight ahead. see on the if you watch the replay, I would be put down, and because I had it in my head, I was mad like that. I says I was doing this, so I'm doing it. I feel stupid. I wasn't fit. I had 5 and 4 weeks. 4 and 5 weeks notice for the 2 fights as well, and I was supposed to fight on the first show, and I bevied after the Tommy Coyle fight all through Christmas, and I was the fighting bit. The show got moved back. I went to fight at lightweight again. I'm like, fuck it, give us that. And I says I was to take a back my step, and the shots weren't the Brendan's, but they were putting us down because they were that big. They were a lot bigger. You seen it if you watch the weigh-ins on the telly, man. Especially John Murray. Because I knew what type of fighter he was, but I didn't think he was as tall as what he was. And I got there, man. I'm fat here, man. And honestly, God, that was just one of them moments, mate. I was like, bastard, because I wasn't fit either. Do you know what I mean? Most of my fights were good because I was fit. It was me. I was the technical, as a technical fighter, I wasn't the most technically gifted. Do you know? I just won fights through fucking hard work in the gym. Do you know what I mean? And when I seen him at the weigh in, I was like, oh man, I'm not even fit. I'm for it, but I says I wouldn't take a workless text, so I didn't get a fucking stop twice, man. Oh man, I couldn't believe it.
Who would you say was your hardest opponent?
Hardest opponent? I've had a few. Like that, I feel like definitely like Choi was a hard opponent, but I felt that the punch. I was another fight. I didn't have much time before that fight. I had like 5 weeks before that fight to make sure I fell. But it's the story of my life throughout my career, man. That's all that. What? But anyway, so Choi was a hard opponent. Lee Selby was probably Lee Selby, Stephen Smith were the two best fighters I'd fought. I believe. Stephen Smith was a gold medal in the Commonwealth Games as an amateur, and it was one of them ones again. I just get stuck in more all the house fighters. You know what I mean? Frank Warren, I think it was Frank Warren's house fight at the start. He was one of his best fighters, and then it was Eddie Hearn the second time, I believe. But so I just get right because of my record. I just okay this, but what kicked off for it. Sometimes I beat Paul Truscott, I beat Martin Lindsay to win these titles, so it kind of worked in my favour. Taking these fights, I really shouldn't have took some, especially the second Stephen Smith one. I was British champion. I beat my first time in the decision. I don't know why I took the second fight. I think it was ordered by the board actually, so I had to do it. But I should just get up my belt. But I got offered money. And you're like, okay. I don't know. I was just mad. I just fought. I fought everybody. Like Danny Matthews was a good fight as well. He was like WBU champion, and but I was British champion at the time, so I really didn't need the fight. Do you want to fight? I guess because I'll do it. I mean, I don't take cunt, man. But I down to Liverpool. I got he elbowed me, mate. It was I caught on my head, and I posted a picture on TikTok and Instagram, and my face was covered in blood, man. It was like second round as well. It was like early on the fight, and I was couldn't see or nothing. It was and he get 3 points took a half, and around. It was mad. It was the knockdown, right? No, there were 2 rounds. Sorry, I knocked him down the second round, and there was like 2 or 3 points to have. So see the way the judges scored that, it didn't add up. I'm like, man, what the fuck's it on? So I didn't. It was wrong. The scorecard was wrong. I'm like, what's happening, man? I never get the fair crack at it. But I don't like feeling sorry for myself. Well, I do, but I saw so it was the same. But there was a few. I counted one of the time I get beat 11 times, and I counted about 5 or 6 of them at Carrera. It were close. Eric could have went other way, and else I thought I'd just done enough. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, it was getting unfair, something like that.
How do you think boxing combats that? Because there's a lot of fucking, especially nowadays, there's a lot of decisions that the public's watching and going, what the fuck?
No, it didn't happen. I know it's hard. see, cause of the career I had, I watched it, but I can't watch it on weekends. Sometimes the big fights like Joshua's fighting, Canelo's fighting. I mean, I'll try. I like Lomachenko as well. He was brilliant.
He was brilliant.
Oh, he was
wasn't
amazing, man.
He
He's
was
one of the
brilliant.
most technically gifted fighters probably will ever be. Mayweather, I love Mayweather. I didn't like his fighting style, but he's the greatest ever. I mean,
You can't
people,
argue with his stats. can you?
I can't understand why people don't think they say Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Roberts, Muhammad Ali, but you can't. It was a clip on Instagram. It was like, who was the biggest skate? Who had the most world title fights? Who's undefeated? You've seen it, and it's all Mayweather. And no, the thing is, but I can see both. I can see both sides of the coin there. But for me, it's Mayweather, the best to be and the best ever to be. 100%. It's just that not be hot, and that's the name of sport.
See, modern day now, who do you think's got that title now that's still active?
Let me
Jake
check.
Paul.
Get Jake Paul out. We'll do it with three.
See for technical, technically gifted, and Lomachenko, like Mayweather is some. Really, Mayweather's 5-8 world champion. So earlier on his career, it was probably more exciting. Do you not understand?
Aye.
These bigger fighters, you're not wanting to be going toe to toe with these bigger fighters. So I can see that point. But Lomachenko, he was like second. A fight, his second fight was a world title. It was like 400 odd fucking amateur fights and lost one or two. It was just mad.
I've watched one of his fights and his opponent flung about 40 shots at him, and he's
Missed
like,
him.
nope.
It was
He's
absolutely
dancing about
brilliant.
him,
Call
man. I
him
was
the
going,
Matrix.
Jesus
I mean, call him
Christ.
Matrix. They call it the
think
Matrix.
it is.
The
I think
Matrix.
it is.
aye.
Aye.
Oh, man, he's unreal. I've got to go with him. Maybe that's my favourite fighter. And for-
Lomachenko is different class. He's
Mate,
brilliant.
just for a fan of boxing, but Mayweather for what he's done, you understand? It's
Aye.
like you pick two of them and they'd be the two of my
Definitely.
favourite fighters.
You think Bivol's up there as well?
Bivol was good. Aye, Bivol better. I like BF better.
Yeah,
And
same,
Bivol,
man, aye.
no, that I don't. No, I'm not saying that. Like, I don't like Bivol because Bivol's it's you're talking about action in the ring, and it was like Miller fighter to be I was forward. I wasn't anywhere as good as him, right enough, but the same kind of fighting styles, you know. And but better BF, it's like, and he never got that last fight, and I was kind of sad for him.
I feel as if for every punch he hits, it's like an absolute bomb.
Aye,
innit?
he's just. I mean, he's
Shudders.
He's 40. Is he 40, 39?
Aye,
Here's
not
his age,
young,
and doing what he's doing at that age is unreal, man. No, I mean, in Bivol's, he's a lot younger,
Aye.
27 or
Is
something.
he not 30?
But he's still a lot younger.
Aye.
right
He's, I
enough,
thought he was about 30.
He's probably in age for where he's at, whereas
Aye.
Better
Aye.
Bear's a bit
Aye.
older than what he should be.
Mate, that's unreal for that guy's put his boy through the eyes. Let's hope for me, yeah. So there is.
John, see, just talking about like your family life and that. Did you come from a family of boxers as well?
No.
No.
No, I get bullied when I was in primary 2.
Mhm.
I was at a school called St Joseph's in Greenock, and I get moved schools. So getting bullied at that young age is like trauma, and that can bring like I've read somewhere, I don't know if there's truth in it, but it can bring these things on as well, you know. So I don't know. Yeah, you just don't know, because like my family, my sisters actually. Anyway, I'm not going into that again.
Aye.
So I get bullied primary 2, and I get moved school. So all through my school life, you're always kind of fucking try. I don't know, man. I hated school, man, and I just hated that. I wasn't interested. I went and done my college courses, and that was education, and I got my GNC, which I'm happy about. But then I figured out I'm young, then I went into the boxing. So let's say, I can't remember what you asked me about.
Aye, no, just about a boxing
Oh,
background.
back to ability. So I think that's fuck's sake, man. So that's how I'm starting to get tired. That's how I get into it. Really, I think, because I always I done karate, I done kickboxing. You know, so I try to get I liked it. It was always a contact sports, man. I just liked that. I think probably because if I getting bullied, that's where I was going there. And I started boxing when I was 15. So.
Aye. Do you remember your first experience of walking in a boxing club at that age?
I went to I done 4 years in Port Victoria. So I went there myself. My dad used to run us up every night. So I went to the Port Victoria myself, man. I couldn't find it to go with. I went to the gym had moved, you know, and then I went to the older gym like when I was 14. But named it back, and I went back. But when I was 15, I'm going to do this. I don't care who's coming. So I battled in the gym myself, man, and and that's where it started.
Happy days. That had Kenny Hartness not in here, was it?
Kenny Crichton.
Kenny Crichton.
Yeah.
Hartness,
Kenny Crichton was I was Frankie Poyland.
Aye.
He was my first coach. Barry Hawthorne helped me out as a junior. Frankie Boylan, Ronnie Campbell helped me as well. But I met some of my very good pals. I met there, you know, and
Good.
Did you ever try and model yourself on any other like fighters that you watched?
I started out like Nazim because that was my favourite fighter. That's how, in fact, that's another reason I started boxing. That was one of my favourite fighters. And I started doing like low hands, leaning back, and then I was like, man, there's no chance it's gonna further. So I got a couple of times I was like, I started keeping my hands up, so I was that, but my technique was good, and I quite high guard. That's what a lot of the ones are doing now. Their hands are too low, man. I put your hands up. That's what the efforts of defence.
Actually, if you watch you, you're quite a sturdy boxer. Aren't you?
Aye, I was just
You model yourself on fighters and all, didn't you?
Who?
Cactus Jack, didn't you?
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack, didn't
How
you?
long have you been waiting to hit me?
About 20 minutes. Big Cactus Jack.
Where's
Where's
that?
the soak? Where's the soak?
I'm not. That was mankind.
Mankind, aye.
Mankind, that was the one with the soak, wasn't it?
Wankers.
Yeah, you are man,
Or
Cactus
Rikishi.
Jack.
Wow. Fuck's sake, man. That's ruthless. Rikishi. Fucking hell, man.
Fergie calls me Mark Henry.
Aye, no. That's fucking hard going. There is
I've
nothing
been waiting
fucking
on
wrong
it,
with
man.
my mullet.
There's nothing right with it, let's be honest.
It's not even where I want it to be. I need a haircut in a couple
You
of
actually
weeks.
went and shaved the side bits.
I know
and
I
what was
did.
happening?
Because I need to get him shaved
That's
so
so
that
you
it
can
grows.
hear.
And then it'll be right
So
down.
you can
No,
get
I'm
it
a
down
big
the
country, Roy Nelson. What's up?
Oh, you seen you flick at it.
Look
And tonight's episode sponsored by L'Oreal. You're just no worth it.
I think it's class. Does not like it?
No, I hate
Do you
it.
like it,
I
John?
like it, mate.
That's how me and him came here first, because we're not walking up the street with you.
How long have you two baldy bastards in the day?
I'm here about 10 metres in front.
Fucking hated cunts. I think that looks alright, you know. I think I suit it.
For fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
it's just a hairdo, man. I've had many. Mine I used to shave it off. How's it? It's not about me anyway.
I just had to get the Cactus Jack
Yeah,
back
will
in there, mate. We've been waiting and waiting.
This
on
happens
it.
all the time, by the way. This happens all the time. Aye, we'll be asking if you believe in aliens, not in a minute. Do you believe in aliens?
I have 100%.
Where were we? Where we
Cactus
at?
Jack.
Aye, let's talk about winning titles. What's that feeling like? How do you talk that?
It's a great feeling. It's the first title. My first title I fought for it was my 13th fight, professional fight. But I get beat. That's Williams. That's another fight I should have won. And my second attempt against Andy Morris, he was the bronze medal in the Commonwealth Games. So he was another golden boy. There's another story behind that, but I'm not even going to get into it. So 5.5 weeks I took no well, and then I fought. So there's an excuse. I hate making excuses. But I never won the. I ended up not winning the fight. But 12 rounds, Bray Adrena. Then I get made to fight him again. I stopped on cuts. Then I fought him the third time. He got the fucking rematch again, and I stopped him. 7th round, I believe. I ended up with the ring, but I was it was just kind of persistence, and I got there and I ended up kind of hanging over.
What's it like though? See when you win that
amazing,
title, man.
best feeling in the world. It's like my kids were born him winning the British titles, man. It was unreal because that was my goal in the first place, and I didn't even care if I'd got it. I just wanted to fight for the British title.
Yeah.
See, I'd done it, and it was just it was superb. I've done that twice. And I won the Commonwealth in between. I won it, and then I won it the third time. So then I moved up to super featherweight and won 2 other titles, 2 minor titles. They were still titles, but and then it all happened to lightweight, and then I come back, and then elbows. So
Obviously, you've had to retire for doing that.
aye.
So do you think, see if you get into bare knuckle when you go there and you win this fight,
yep.
no doubt about it.
No,
Do you think that'll be up there with it because you've come back?
not at the moment. If
You win a title.
if things went back, that's Mike Bravaz got his title, but it's like 5 2-minute. I think all the title fights are 5 2-minute rounds, I believe. But I still, I was used to doing 12 threes. I'm tough. If I boxed, I was tough. I was not a backwards fighter. I always went for fucking world, you know. And so and I know it's different with the bare knuckles, but I'm not worried about it. So I'm the only thing I'm worried about. It's up my hands. I just need to be careful.
Aye.
My punch selection, my punch output. I need to kind of rein that in, but I was a busy fighter in boxing, and I really can't box. I don't want to box in a way because that's when the excitement.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to slow down. Then you're fucking people like that.
Do you know your opponent?
No, the guy's not got an opponent. I don't think. If you can't get a Scottish guy or whoever the champion is. I'm not too sure, mate. I don't know 100%
Aye.
what's happening. I just know it's happening the 5th of
It's just
July.
quality.
Aye.
Aye.
They
Yeah,
will-
what the
they'll-
good thing is, but you can see it in you that you're not
Aye.
going to fuck who the
Aye.
opponent is.
That's, I'm
You're
not
just going to get in there,
I
man.
says that to the guy. I says, look, mate, anybody I talk, I know. I mean, I'm confident because I've got experience. I've got a heart, man. That's right.
Yeah.
My boxing, that's what I think I let me down at times as well. It's having a big heart, going to take a backward step, you know. So I've got no worries, and I know how to get myself fit, and I know I'll be after last week. I've got more confidence again because I trained full time all week. And my weight's not too bad. I've still got 13 weeks. Everything's in my favour just now.
Yeah.
So I hope it keeps that way.
See if he'd been in this room talking to John and he's won all these titles and all that, and thinking about like fucking like us fighting on like charity
Aye,
fucking
white
thing.
collar-
And the
white collar
feeling,
shows.
and the feeling of beating somebody on a charity show when you're doing it world.
No,
And-
but see that it's the same. It's the same thing. I mean, it's the same fear that I'm having because well, I was on TV. It's my fights were on TV, but it's not my. And I don't care if it was on TV or not. It's what the worry is about getting in there and getting fucking doing. I mean, I done what I done outside the training, but when I trained hard. That was the reason. I wasn't like, mate, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Then people start going, "Oh, that's cause of that." Do you know what I mean? So that was my biggest. I trained hard, and I obviously I got the benefits of training hard, and that was the reason. And usually I felt the same. It's a fear at walking in the ring. It's the same. It's the same feeling. It's a fear.
See, see when you're sitting at the changing room before it, and is that natural to have that? Oh my god!
Aye,
I
mate,
run away.
I still got, mate. Like my first amateur fight. I remember it very well. I was hoping that because it was Transport Museum, Transport Gym. It was called. I think it was in Glasgow. It's called a Transport Gym, and you turned up and somebody's there and you're waiting on the day you'd fight him. And fucking I used to go like, oh, I hope he turns up. I shit to myself, man. Honestly, I would. And it's just, but see that feeling, it's a dopamine. It was I can't do it.
Fight or flight, innit?
Fight or flight. And it's just what you choose to do. And mate,
Fight or flight, and then 2 seconds before they're going out, I need a shite. I need to hold this in.
That's fight, innit?
Never tried to wank with boxing gloves on. No. Feels like somebody else is doing it.
The stitching gets you.
Is that the gloves you punch Willie with?
Aye, big Willie McPherson
mate.
knocked right out.
Oh, every podcast Willie's got to get a shout out, hasn't he? Sent to a kebab shop.
Will's adventures.
I think boxing, or not just boxing, but combat sport, but I think it's taken off again, mate. And I think a lot of people are finding
There's more money
confidence
in
in
it,
it.
isn't there? There's more money in it as well. That's another thing with the
It's
thing
crazy
over
out
the
there, man.
season, but I felt that money's doubled for when I was boxing, which was pretty shit. But okay, so I don't know, but because like the British shows now, like Sky Sports and it's the zone, they're only showing the. I read a bit, but Ed Hearn says, and he says he's been told that they want the best fights, and I can understand why these TV channels want them. Because it obviously for the audiences and people just turn off, they don't subscribe if they're small hall shows and there's not really good fights on it. So I could see, and that's probably how there's more money in it now as well. So
See, in doing a kind of route, not your mental health, but with people from over Scotland that's maybe sitting in their house struggling with their mental health and can't get out of this rut. Are you a big advocate of get yourself into a boxing gym and just fucking work
what's
your
so
way
much
up?
a boxing gym? No, I'm a big advocate of like mental health it's a horrible thing, man. I've been there myself. But get your body moving. It's like it's not. You don't need to be. You don't need to be a millionaire. You don't need to have funnels of money. You don't need to have any money. Even if you're homeless, you can still move your body. Really, you know what I mean? You can walk around a block. You can do a lot of things without money. Do you know? And that's probably in Scotland. So it's a big thing in it. With people with poverty and having to afford gym memberships and that. So that you can actually just literally walk the streets if you can afford a membership. So for mental health, moving your body, I would say is probably the best thing.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? But it lets have endorphins as well when you exercise. So and that's good for mental health. At least in Devil's happy. Is it a happy hormone? I'm sure it is.
Aye, no, it's
But as
definitely is, aye.
but I definitely even just that I says that to mum today. She's my 62 mum, and but she broke her shoulder and she was no. She's I says to mum, just get herself out. I says start my block. and then when you get fitter, go in a hard block. Doesn't matter getting a gym. Obviously, I know that. So, but definitely, that's mental health is getting your body moving.
Aye.
I believe it's the best thing.
I think the longer you sit in that room, the boys start to come in on you, don't they? So as you get to
time all rolls into the Monday as well, and it feels that way anyway.
Aye.
But just moving your body is probably the best antidepressant you could.
But
you
to
could
see
find.
you talk about your bare knuckle fight because you've got something
Yep.
there and you're smiling, you can see it in you. You're
Mate, I
ready
can't-
to go, man,
I'm
and it's giving you that
probably-
drive.
I feel better now. It's kind of people say it all the time. I'm training better now than I did. I'll come back.
Exercise and focus, innit?
Aye, it's definitely it's a focus. I'm not drinking at all just now. Anyway, never say never. I'm sorry, I've man for doing that before. but things are going in the right direction. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So the fight is for it's just giving me focus, and that's probably the best thing for me just now. The ADHD and that as well. So aye.
Got to just ride the wave, while it's there,
Mate,
haven't you?
definitely, but and I've missed it so much. It's been 10 years, and it's been too long, man. It's just that's the hardest part, to be honest, is feeling like you're a nobody, you know, because I was on the telly, I was in all the papers. It was good to be Portland, but see, and then I went to the other side, you know, and it's mad. I mean, it's just that shite, to be honest. Having no job, you're stuck in the house. You know what I mean? And you're fucking, you want to get back, but you can't. My elbows were sore. I was in such a bad place. But I'm as I says, I'm
Do you think like obviously with footballers that kind of suffer like career-ending injuries,
aye.
and I don't know if there's a lot of support for them. But I think there should be something put in place for boxers.
That I live after sport.
Aye.
Definitely, there's like obviously footballers earn good money, but the top range football players do. Do you know, and it's easy for them to put a fucking bench in, but you know, but boxing's not really. I don't know what all sports are like, but for me back then it wasn't really talked about, you know, and so I mean I've never fucking put money back there.
No.
I can remember Lennox Lewis
So-
talking about that, saying that boxers
Aye,
don't get advised when they're
it's
to
that.
put some of your pus away.
That's it, definitely. And I
Go
don't
and
know
live
whether
your
these
life, go
football
and
clubs
spend
pay
it.
them if they pay their own tax, or the football clubs pay tax, you know, and then so the boxers have got to do it all themselves. And to be honest, man, you're fucking.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
we
Even
saving
Mike
money, you
Tyson.
don't-
Mike Tyson went bankrupt. There's
Aye.
not
Not
that
a penny
sort
his
of
name.
things.
200 million, he's got
That's
it.
crazy.
You know what I mean? It was, I wish I did. Fucking,
Aye.
you know
He's
something?
definitely a wank with boxing gloves on. He's a mad deviant.
Aye.
isn't he?
Probably,
Aye,
probably
aye,
a metal
aye,
boxing
aye.
glove, I
But
know.
I mean, seem you're
He's probably just been doing that.
but you talk about, we were talking earlier on about purses and stuff as well, but what people for outside don't realise, when you get your fight purse,
Aye.
you need to pay your trainer. And
This is how you had to be up with card, didn't I?
aye,
If
and
you 10%, my first promoter was 25%, 10%, and she was getting buttons anyway. You know what I mean? Before you know it, you were getting be fucking a couple on a pound at times. You know what I mean? It was just shite.
Aye.
My second promoter was, it wasn't as much, I was 15%, but you still get 10% your trainer, so that's a quarter% away. Tax, national insurance, more money. So it's fucking, it's mad. I was telling you, my first British title fight, that was £7,500 I got. I'm Sky Sports. Went 12 rounds, British title fight, and I was a promoter, 35% down. I don't know what brings it down, but I walked away with fucking probably about $4,000. You know what I mean? And they're like, is that really what you should be getting?
no.
Fitter players weren't they
Title
getting?
fights on the telly. And,
Aye,
and all.
it's just, it wasn't fair, maybe. Oh, fuck, at the time I was getting it was more money than I've seen, you know what I mean? So,
Aye.
But
It's
that-
mad. You know, it's mad in boxing as well. Obviously, it's a weird setup. Like you could have a
Oh.
boxer with all the ability, but see if they can sell a fight.
can't market them,
Aye, marketing.
That's sad. It bums on seats, and if they put a fight, if the audience ain't buying if it's a bigger fight, and ain't buying it's called the box office. How do you pay? How do they pay the fight the money
Aye.
they pay your lands? But it's saying, but still, but football man has just got so much money in it, isn't
Aye.
it? It's like mad.
Definitely.
And fair play to them, know what I mean?
Aye.
Not
I
big
know.
enough.
I was talking to a boy for Barhead Boxing Club, and he was saying that I can't remember who it was. It was a professional fighter, and he was on an undercard of a big fight. And his promoter was saying if he doesn't sell so many tickets, we're going to take him off the card.
That's it, definitely. Because you know how, like some, they get ticket deals now. I was never, I didn't have that because I fought away quite a lot. So that was good for me. You didn't have to do the annoyance of selling tickets. But that's what they do. They ticket deals now, and they get the fight. If they don't, they've got to sell enough tickets. And if they don't, obviously, fucking they can't fight because who pays the opponent? Who pays the fighter?
Yeah, that's
It's a
terrible
shite.
because then you've got to be a fighter and you've got to be
got
a
to be
promoter.
popular.
You've
Aye,
got to be
your own
a
promoter.
social media
Aye, definitely.
expert.
Aye.
You've got to do everything.
That's how I was glad to be fighting away. But then
Your focus is taken off your training, but
Mate,
if you've got to do all this other shit,
I've done it. I've chased money off of people, and it's fucking rubbish, mate.
Aye.
You're in the middle of training, getting on the middle. Sometimes at the end, it's usually the end because you're collecting money. But people, fuck, well, that man, oh, this is doing man nothing. But the ticket deal new thing, don't think I would like that too much.
No.
Because I wasn't the biggest ticket. I mean, I sell tickets, but I wasn't the biggest ticket seller. Do you know what I mean? I don't fucking sell thousands of tickets a time. Which is
I think
not.
that's how people like your Conor McGregor's or Tyson Fury, you see the ones that've got the gift of the gab. That's how
Aye.
they're so big. You know
Definitely.
what I mean?
Social media, Jake Paul, that's
Aye.
the biggest example of that.
Aye.
Jake Paul, man, is fucking, look, he's got a private jet now. And how does that all matter? How do they manage that off through social media? Obviously, the boxing's going to want to be most of these ones made through social media. Do you know what I mean?
Started off on the Disney Channel, that guy.
So it did,
Fuck me, man.
It did, I know.
Stop
aye.
slagging him.
You want to be on, you get saved.
Aye, yeah, listen, I'm jealous, sorry.
You shouldn't
The
even
only thing you've got in common with Jake Paul is you do TikToks like funny
And
and
I've
all.
heard. How you done more TikToks than me? I'll find them. I'll find them.
Your daughter's channel.
Have you?
He's on Day Night Dances now.
Didn't he done? See if my daughter tells me to do something
No,
that's
I
going to
know.
be
No,
funny for her,
no.
I'm doing it.
You're just
Because I'm
a
a
you're
good
just a baldy
fucking
prick.
da.
Nah,
A baldy prick with Jimmy Savile's haircut on it. Listen to him, man.
nah.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
You're going to fight fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was up Glencoe last weekend. They're trying to get into his house and it's all barricaded off.
It's getting
Try to
demolished.
get in, aye.
What did you do?
Get
Wait, you still
demolished.
got a
It's
sign
not
poster?
done. It's nearly done, is it?
Aye, somebody tried to set it on fire last week.
Aye, I heard.
It's getting
I heard
demolished.
Aye, so
Aye,
maybe
aye, I
get-
heard that as well.
But it's a
aye.
listed building. So I
It's
don't-
still getting demolished, but
Ah, right, okay.
because of it's happened, it's
Aye.
getting demolished.
Aye,
I don't know,
I've
but
heard
I don't know what
that,
it was Wayne's found so sexy about him.
Oh, God, that's a horrible.
No.
Jesus, man. Anyway.
I think I'll go out of there.
What were you saying about my mullet?
I know.
Jeez, oh man.
You're just jealous he can't grow one.
I know. Aye, so fighting back came in Greenock. What was that like? Kind of fighting in
It
your
was
hometown?
great, yes. I hadn't fucking Greenock over all my amateur career and my professional career, so it was really good in front of a home crowd. Wasn't it? It was like 1,000 people or something, but it doesn't really make
It's the atmosphere that you get
the
in there
atmosphere
anyway,
was
innit?
brilliant. And I mean, obviously, close family, family could come
Yeah.
because of the Greenock, obviously. But yes, it was superb.
That's
That's the
class,
thing you're
isn't
saying, it was only 1,000 people, but see if it's 1,000 of the right people.
No, that's it. You don't care.
it's
That's
fucking,
it.
it's
Definitely.
mere
I've
atmosphere
had
with
a
them.
fight with the
than
people as
100,000
well. Do
people.
you know what I mean?
Aye.
You had a fight. You fucking had a fight in the bear. Do you know what I mean? I was always there. I rang the referee and and obviously I boxing gloves on. I was game. You know, this man's not going to be boxing gloves, but I'm can't wait.
No, but even when you're talking about it now, the smile goes in it. Yeah, you're buzzing for
I
it,
just
so-
can't. I binge myself because because I've been in that bad a place in the recent years. I just can't believe it's happening at Bonnie's. As soon as I heard about the guy on the phone, my missus could hear him, so she's not too happy about it because it's no gloves. You know what I mean? But I'm like, John, I can either be with me or against you or against me. But either way, I'm going to do it, man. It's just,
I think what you've been through now, I think she's got your back, mate.
aye, definitely. And I
Definitely.
says that to her tonight as well. I says, look, I says, even if I was to get hurt in the ring, Joanna, what damage am I doing when I'm about fucking doing what I was doing? It's just, it's a no-brainer. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'm in the excitement I feel for coming in there.
Aye.
It's just, I'm just, like the last couple of weeks knowing it's been night and day with my mood the last couple of weeks knowing I've been
Good.
I've been
That's
fine.
class.
Sean, we're going to a boxing show in the Town Hall on Saturday.
Aye,
Town
in
Hall?
Greenock.
Greenock.
Aye, so is it say
Rab
aye.
Rabbit Masters.
Aye, it's Inverclyde boxing, that's right. Aye,
He's
I've-
done all right, hasn't he? For
Yeah, he's
starting
done-
that gym up a couple of years
He's
ago.
done
now,
good
that's
for the
him.
kids. He gets super bad because his gym's quite busy as
I
well.
don't think
Aye.
people I seen him, he was in Italy and that, but I don't think people got enough shout outs for that. Cause
No, it's because it's volunteering. Really, it's
Aye.
volunteering. So he's done good. He's got a couple of good boys, and one of the boys who come up to the gym, I'm helping him out. He's come up sparring. I've had some of the boys on the pads, but so that's off to him. Definitely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Wee one, I think, stands out. I don't watch him a lot, but wee Jarrell.
Aye. Oh, is that the guy, the taller boy?
Aye.
He's one of the boys. It's up at that gym. I don't know if I don't know
Does
if
he
I'm
fight
allowed to say
Inverclyde?
that. Just
Aye.
watch out, got that. I don't know if it's allowed or not.
Aye. But he's a good
But
Does
fighter.
he
he's-
fight Inverclyde?
Aye.
He's doing it. He's doing it. It's one of the boys been up. It's him and the big tall boy.
Jordan.
That's the one.
Aye.
So it's them two that's been coming up.
Aye.
I've been helping around the pads. That's so.
Aye.
It's
That's
all
good,
I
man.
think Big Jordan's been through a wee bit in his life as well, and this is him. He's turned it around.
Is that right? Aye.
This
Yeah,
is what I
I've
mean with boxing, mate. It does so much for you. You
Yeah.
can't describe it to people if
It's
you've
hard.
not tried it.
And see if you've got the balls to get through the ropes as a start,
Aye.
and the what's that word, man? You've got the toughness to stick with the training.
Resilience, and all that.
Resilience, aye, to stick.
Discipline and mental
Aye,
discipline.
aye,
innit?
all them things. It's if you've got them to stick the training, man. It's a hard. It's a hard sport, especially. I mean, if you when you're getting paid in that, fair enough, but it's still fucking brutal. These are ways to earn money, to be honest. So it's even for amateur, white collar the same. It's going through the ropes. You're freaking hang me punching with people. So, you know what I mean? You can. You're,
Some of the white collar events are, if they're done for the right reason, I'm all for it. I love it,
mate,
man.
I trained a boy I was part of me and I was in Fergus Marine and I trained him for his white collar fight and it was mate, it was a good fight. So it was. And some of it, but he done it. He'd one amateur fight, this boy, but it was a superb fight. And I went. It was a great night out. So
Aye.
you get good white collar for shows. So.
Aye, if it's done for the right reason and it's safe, then
Aye.
I'm all for it. Aye.
Definitely 100%. And walking through the ropes, it takes a set of balls to walk through the ropes. You're just trading punches with somebody. It's not an everyday thing, is it? So it's aye. And because it is kind of controlled. I mean, the referees can jump in. You know what I
Aye.
mean, it's the only person can jump in and help you.
Yep.
And even at that, some of the fights are early, but some of them you don't see the referee jumping too early either. You know what I mean? So, okay, definitely. It's a sport if you like that. Definitely a good
Aye,
sport to get
aye.
in. Aye.
Cool.
I've seen a picture a couple of months ago and it says every man in his lifetime should at least witness combat sports or try combat sports at least once.
That's a
We'll
good
get
idea.
you in next week and get you in about it, and you can try it.
Okay.
First time.
Yeah, see if you're doing Greenock coming out. I'll help you in the pads now.
Brilliant, mate,
I've got
love
pads. I was 18 there for a wee bit. I'm not just now, but I'll come out and just mess of it. Anyway,
Let's do it, mate.
it's a bit of fun.
Let's
Isn't
do
it?
it. If you're doing PT and that, John, how do people get in touch with you?
Just I'll give you my number, mate.
Aye.
Give me
Have you got any socials of that so people can
Instagram,
Instagram and people?
Instagram, TikTok.
Aye, so if anybody's want to come get boxing training
Oh,
after you,
don't say anything about them. I know.
He's not beating yet. We'll
oh right, okay.
cut that back.
Right, cut that back.
What-
I was
what-
just saying for you, I wouldn't
Right.
want money.
Cool.
So
What
I
we
mean
will
for
do
you-
is we'll promote your fight. We'll get 8 minutes. So
Aye.
ideally, we'd like to get you fucking some people to sponsor you, get you some
Aye,
fucking sponsorship when you
Well,
fight
that's
because
true
it's a
anyway.
big market.
Aye.
It's this
It's
bare
got-
knuckles
it
huge.
could end up turning into something good because a guy was doing a PKFC show on Saturday in Manchester. There was a show in Manchester, so it was doing there. Like the guy that runs the I don't know if he runs the British, but he's right and he's BKFC anyway. So he was doing it at the show, and I says to him, "Look, what's the chances of something happening?" He says, "John, I'm telling you," he says, "I'll get you a bigger fight." He says, just see how we go on in July, which I need to plans cuts, as I says before. But that's my goal, man. Is to get me at BKFC and fight for something. That's the Scottish title. See if I get a world title fight then that'd be second to none. But honestly, it would be a dream of mine, to be honest. So
Brilliant,
it
mate.
would be good if it eventually goes there. That's the plan. You need to have a.
Any idea when we can get our hands on tickets for that?
It's not confirmed the venue yet. It might be Bread. I don't know, but I don't
No,
know.
we'll happily.
Aye,
We'll share it.
I'll
as we
be.
go.
Just you've got my number
Aye,
now,
aye,
so just
aye.
get me on my phone.
Ideal. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's brilliant that
Aye.
you donated well in somebody's past. We've all fucked
Aye,
up somewhere.
yeah,
But,
that's-
but you don't give yourself enough credit. for
I
what you've done,
cannot.
mate. You
I
don't.
cannot. I already see fellas like that. A bit okay.
Aye,
I
but
see
you
seeing me in little car. First
Aye.
British title fight. I won my first time British champion. There was a wee like that. Man, I was it's happened.
As Fish said, you carry belts that we'll never
I
win.
cannot, mate. That's my. But I am. I think I talk about it either. But it was good at the time. The month, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can tell you didn't box someone in your box because you were a boxer.
I was
what I mean?
actually. It's the only thing I'd done for I was fucking 15, really, and I didn't know what did they. Right now, I'm like, fucking hell, man.
And it's good to see you pushing for this bare knuckle as well.
Yeah.
It's good
Aye.
to see. This is a comeback, mate. You know,
It's
you know what I mean?
without a doubt. It's going to be like if I get into the BKFC mob and have one of the fights. It's not a big if. I think it could happen.
Aye.
You know, because I've got the experience as a as a professional, I've done all right, man. I was like, number 6 in the world at one point. So it could, if it happens, there's a good chance of bigger things happening, and I just hope it goes there because I want to run my own gym. The end up is actually the goal. The end up, I want to run my own gym, and so this is one way to reach my goals there. That's the top goal, you know.
That's amazing.
Aye.
Mate.
See when you said you really don't give yourself
No,
enough credit.
doesn't it?
And you just said there you were number 6 in the world at one point.
I was
And
number
3,
six.
you said earlier 3 of them was vacant.
Aye, so it's number
So you were
3.
number 3 in the world.
That was at one. It says I checked the ratings, the IBF ratings, because it was IBF. I'd beat a boy that was high up in the IBF ratings, Mark Lindsay. So I got high rating myself, but I checked it. And I checked it not long ago. It was saying number 6, but at the time, because I remember it, obviously you're going to remember it. Do you know what I mean? Because you're rated. And it was numbered. There was like 3 vacant, and I was number 6.
Aye.
And but I've checked it. If you get back, my name will still be there because you can get back. The ones, I think it was 2011. I'm sure January 2011. So check it. But aye,
If I was me, I'd definitely be getting into the toilet with the boxing gloves for a white man. Number 3.
So
I know.
if there's any kind of businesses that's wanting to sponsor you or anything like that, they can even get in
Definitely.
touch through us,
Aye,
and we'll pass on all the
Perfect, mate.
details.
definitely, mate.
Let's do it.
Super.
And I'll
Aye.
speak to my boss at Pass For Me Driving School.
You're not the boss.
What?
Are you the boss?
Anywhere I go.
There you go.
Aye. But
Here, I'm going to put it right now. I'll speak to my boss. There you go.
My boss will fight your boss.
Right then. So, can we not just get 2 sponsors?
Aye, fair enough.
I was going to say speak to your
I'm not
boss.
going to speak to my boss. I'm not doing it.
You don't do it.
Not doing it.
No, listen, we'll do everything I
Aye.
can to help you, John. And
problem, it's
I think, to be honest, you could probably tell stories all night, but
Aye.
I think ideally this is about your comeback, mate.
Aye, without a doubt, aye. It's just a bit of a can read it now because I'm no fucking. I'm like, I forget what I'm saying.
You've not,
No,
listen,
no.
all you spoke about is where you're going, and that's
Aye,
amazing.
that's-
mate. It
That's
really
it,
is.
right there, my main point, Mizzy. The mental health bit's a good point to have across. Or ADHD, that's a good point to have across. So, aye, whatever, mate, just picking.
It's good to see you smiling and laughing, knowing you're getting in a swing,
It's
mate.
been,
Aye.
it's been a lucky
Brilliant,
It's
mate.
been a long time, mate. I was fucking miserable there, honestly. Miserable. And she's at work. I've got ADHD and I'm sitting about house holiday doing nothing. Oh man, it was my worst nightmare. And I was mate, I was in a house for like 2 weeks at one point, not leaving the house. I mean, I would maybe take a dog out. I don't even think I was doing that. I was fucking this. I just wanted
There's
to
only
end.
so many times you can hoover a carpet.
Aye, no, get done. She bring it up every day. You're not doing nothing, but that doesn't help either. Do you know what I mean? And fucking.
Jeremy Kyle's not on telly anywhere, man.
I know.
That's terrible.
Travesty, by
That's terrible.
I got me through my military career.
I seen that.
That's when you get the inspiration for your hair.
See, as soon as I
You just need to lose some teeth.
See, as soon as I opened my mouth, I knew I was getting it. I knew it. No, but listen, that's
brilliant.
we're chuffed to bits to see where you're going. We will do everything we can to help you, and we're getting you back on when you've punched this guy a bit.
Brilliant,
Definitely.
mate. Actually, I would come back in a minute. So thanks for having us.
No, is there anything news to about that before we call it a day?
Just thanks for coming on, mate, and you know, Phil
Brilliant.
Inverclyde and further will be rooting for you, man.
Brilliant,
Aye, just for coming on.
Not a
Aye,
problem,
huge shout
mate.
out to Paul up here at the Green Room. It's good to be back, man.
Aye. Thanks for having us once again. Cheers.
And massive
Yeah.
shout out to Div doing it, McGowan's
My
Fitness.
pal, my
Aye.
pal Frank Monkhouse he's helping us out in the corner this fight. So I just want to give him a shout.
Postman, Frankie, aye.
He's helping us out. That's one of my pals.
Brilliant. Anything
Brilliant.
else? Well, that's anyone a fish. Thank you very much,
Brilliant.
Sean.
Cheers.
Sorted.